And appears that Top Shot's dead again. God, it's so fun how evergreen that video is. I mean, we made that video probably over a year ago, and it's just like every 3 or 4 months we get to fire that up. Hey, we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about this morning. We had So Rare announcement, which, I think everyone's going a little too sky is falling. But we got a lot of stuff we can talk about this morning, and I'm excited to get into it. Let's see. I'm gonna try to see who we got here, but you're not gonna believe this. People want to talk. People want to talk. There's we got a busy morning here, so I see Joker Rock. We the people up here. Devlar, Borland. Good morning, Regulator. Kevin's here. Check out Watch Your Work last night. Great show. Milo, Giddies, Dustin, Snap, Maddie Harrison, Marthans, JJL. Who else we got? Looking for food. Binball and Borland already said you, but you get it twice. Skeets is here. Bobby Sessions, Top Shot, the Common Man, Mech Attack, Stubbs, Shuck, 90s fan Willis. Let's see, Mark, Eagle Putt, J Bus. Who else we got? JP in the house, but don't tell anybody. Hickey's here. Did I miss anybody? Grode, Botavine, J Blaze. Getty Hamburgers, Damon, a lot of people, Ben Simmons, BD, Blaze, homies. BD, you won something yesterday. Hit me up, by the way. All right, if I missed you, I'm so sorry. Waterfall, Carlo, I got you. Artemis is here being like, can we talk about football? All right, let's talk about the So Rare announcement first, right? So Rare just came, or NBA and So Rare announced the partnership, so you can do like NFT fantasy related games. And I think everybody immediately was like, dude, Top Shot is dead. We're already screwed. Oh my God. You know, if you want to go glass half full, right? Actually, you know what? Before I get into the takes, let's at least just kind of see where the announcement happened. I'm going to drop the NBA communications link into the chat if that's something you'd like to read along. But if not, I'm just going to read that shit to you like you children. The National Basketball Association and So Rare today announced a multi-year partnership that makes So Rare the official NFT fantasy partner of the NBA. So Rare will launch the first officially licensed free-to-play digital collectible-based fantasy game, which will be released for the fall of this coming season. The game will provide fans. This is what I thought was interesting, by the way. The game will provide fans a new opportunity to interact with the league and compete through a unique fantasy game experience that offers users the ability to create a lineup NFT base representing their favorite players and teams to earn real life points, blah, blah, blah. As part of the partnership, So Rare will have the rights to utilize official NBA team and logos across its products. I'm sorry, this is what I thought was interesting. Our partnership with So Rare will give NBA fans an entirely new way to engage with our teams and players, a different way to say the future of fandom. With So Rare's emerging NFT fantasy platform, we see significant opportunities to broaden our community of fans and grow NBA basketball around the world. It's one of the most popular sports, blah, blah, blah. So Rare's already up there already up there doing some stuff, right? They've already got this game set aside for other sports, right? I think they have soccer, they have some MLB. I actually haven't dabbled in it yet. The only background I have on it is they reached out about doing a partnership when it came to baseball a while ago. And I imagine we will revisit that now that they're going to talk some hoops, because that makes a little bit more sense for what we do here. But what I thought was interesting, talking about this whole idea, it was weird, not weird. It was interesting to see the same type of lingo Top Shot used. It's the same type of lingo So Rare used. This is the same type of lingo NBA X NFT used, right? This whole idea of like different ways to engage. Now, if we want to go glass half full, there's DraftKings, there's FanDuel, right? Those are the two heavy hitters. You got like Super Draft. You've got, I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head. There's like multiple ways for this to happen. So like if you want to go glass half full, if anything, this normalizes it a bit more. People maybe they were like, oh, I don't want to buy YouTube clips, but I do like making lineups. So that kind of introduces them to NFTs in that way. That's like real glass half full stuff. I really don't think this changes anything too much. However, what I will say, yeah, oh, and like Rainmakers already exist as well. Great point, Shiggins, great point. I will say though, I think a lot of people mess around with Top Shot because they enjoy this whole Top Shot. It's almost like the Wall Street of sports or of basketball, right? So you're making bets on some of these players to do well, and maybe they're like, underpriced, but you're like, hey, they're actually going to be better 2 years from now. So I'm buying on this player now. A safer way to do that is probably through So Rare, right? Because you probably have a clear idea of how many of these cards are going to be made. You're probably not going to be like, hey, we had a rare drop last week for So Rare. Guess what? This week we're also going to do a So Rare drop. So I think that if that is how you are engaging with the platform, if you're like you like making bets on players, I I don't know. Explain to me why you would rather do it on Top Shot. If that's what it is, right? Now, if you're coming from the collectible side of things and you're like, oh no, I want that specific moment, then sure. Then sure. I totally see it. I totally see it. That's why I'd want to be on there. But again, if you're playing the Top Shot marketplace based on like making bets on players, feel like it's probably a little safer on So Rare. That's just like quick snap reaction. I would need to learn a little bit more about it. I'd probably need to engage with it. And hey, maybe everybody in the So Rare community is also like, why you be boning us with pack drops? But I don't know. That's kind of like my first snap reaction to this. I think like if we zoom out bigger picture, it's a good thing. You know what? This is what I'll say, and this is how I'll transition. If I had, I would say if Top Shot was out there smacking W's, right? Just collect like Jameis Winston style, just eating those W's up, right? I think it would be like, oh, hell yeah. This is another platform trying to do a similar thing that's going to bring more exposure to the big picture, right? But instead, what's happening right now is that Top Shot is, collecting a couple of little W's and then throwing out some lowercase L's. So if anyone was a little bit on the fence, unless you've locked your moments for a full year, maybe you're like, hey, maybe I go dabble over there, right? And I think that is where it's a little touch and go. Back text says, do we see Top Shot and So Rare partnership down the road and eliminating Moment Ranks Collective? I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt that that's what we see because I know they said it's free to play, but it's not really free to play, right? Because you're gonna buy them all. I don't know. That's a good question, but I think that's where a little bit of my concern lies right now. And I didn't expect to get this So Rare information drop this morning, and had a whole other thing planned that I was excited to talk about. Or excited might not be the right word, but I do think they kind of go hand in hand. And I think this talks. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see what the people says. Other NBA platforms pulls from the Top Shot ecosystem. In my opinion, anybody that gets pissed at Top Shot will go to So Rare probably. Yeah, maybe. And I mean, that's what I was saying. That's kind of where I was going with that. I still think it's like, I think it could be overall good if we believe that, Top Shot was doing overall good, right? And looking for food with a little more alpha on it. Says it's free to play with their common base moments, but not much chance or getting actual rewards you can sell. There you go. Let me see. Does this platform have a community, and does that make a difference? All right, let's get into. I want to get into what else came out. So yesterday, they announced the game recognized game Sue Bird pack drop, which is cool. Sue Bird, shout out Sue Bird. Last game last night didn't really go out shooting like we had hoped. The Storm fell to the Aces in a tight game. Sue didn't really have a great game, but incredible career, right? And so it was kind of timed in an interesting way where it's her last game. They're like, hey, Sue Bird's going to narrate some moments. We're going to do a pack drop. What's wild, though, is we just had a rare drop. And I don't care. Like, I know the most recent WNBA MGLE rare drop wasn't successful financially for a lot of the people that went and bought those packs. And it was mispriced, right? It was mispriced, misminted, however you want to say it. that's going to happen. Like, I know it's a bummer, but I was like, whatever, that we took an L here. Sometimes we take L's on these things. I think rolling out another rare drop that wasn't really announced to the greater community, that bones over a lot of people who ended up going after these MGLE moments. Like, if you wanted to complete that Ryan Howard and then NBA Top Shot is like, what about another rare Ryan Howard? Then I think that's problematic, right? And and it feels like the W, as John Jackson tweeted out, takes it on the chin a little bit more than the rest. But this is where I'm having difficulties right now. There's two different pieces to this. And this is going to sound like something I've said before. If we've heard a lot of stuff about, and we've heard it too, also on NFL All Day. So it's something that I think, as we think about what leadership means to us in Web3, because I think when we hear the word leadership, right, everyone's like innovative, actionable, accountability, right? I think we should try to think about what that actually looks like, though. Not just these bubbly words that were like, that's what I would write down if someone told me how to define leadership. Apologies. I think we should think about what that actually looks like moving forward, so we know what we're looking for, because I do think that there is this weird thing happening right now. And I'm going to pull up John's tweet because I thought this was pretty good. I thought it was just kind of like pointing out, hey, what's going on here? Like, what's going on with this drop? And what was funny, John just kind of fired that off. Like, I didn't think he was going too wild on there. It was like in the midst of a bunch of fantasy football takes as well. But let's put this out here. So the WNBA collectors just repeatedly taking it on the chin in Series 4. This is one of the main things giving me pause about getting too excited about ahead of the NBA Series 4 roadmap announcement. And right, and why I thought that was like pretty important to point out is like all we have heard for the last few months from everybody on the Dapper Top Shot side of things was like, you know what? We learned a lot from Series 2 and Series 3, and we're going to make the necessary adjustments moving forward into Series 4. You don't have to wait until then. Now, they might, maybe they have a partnership with the WNBA and they were already tied into it. Sure. But it begs the question, like, how long were they aware of this? How long were they aware that they needed to do another game recognized game pack drop? And like Skeets, yeah, they bought the Ryan Howard for 400 last night at the top, right? Which sucks. It sucks. And like, you might lose money on that moment anyways, right? Like, maybe you did buy at the top and it's going to settle back down to 300, but whatever, you were excited to get it. But now for them to roll this out right after and be like, hey, JK, dab, here comes another one. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why that can't be communicated in a more efficient and effective way instead of doing it immediately after. I don't get it. I don't get it. And what I don't get even more, and I'm going to go, and this is going to, I'm going to look at individual tweets, but this says this is way more than the individual. I can't stress that enough. This isn't me coming for anyone's head or anything like that. I just want to look at this for a second. So the replies was, we need to take action quicker. We learned this lesson with the NBA. All I can say is you're not wrong. Need quicker action from our learnings. I mean, the announcement just came out. So if you knew that before John's tweet, you have ample opportunity to create action. And that's when I go back to this leadership stuff, because then everybody, and I'm going to share, I'll keep going down. I'm going to keep going down this because I responded, because I was just like, oh, honest question. Assuming you knew before this drop that you needed to take action quicker, why not take the action quicker? I could see it having to do with partnerships, right? Giving them the out, because it could very well be that the W had their hands tied. But just confused, if you knew this, why not make the adjustment? Or at least, why not let your user base know? Why not let your user base know? And then this is bonkers to me. Not on Janie's reply, but she said, I put this on me and should have more oversight on the W roadmap. I don't particularly know why we did two rares back to back when we know that our primary time is towards the beginning of the season, not at the end. We will have a post-mortem. It comes down to me. I don't particularly know why we did two rares back to back. Janie, if you don't know, who does? Who does? And that's why, and like a lot of people quote tweeted that and like, this is what leadership looks like. A real leader knows how to apologize. Yeah, yes. And a real leader knows how to learn from their mistakes. And I don't know when are we going to see that part, right? When are we going to see that part? And I'm sure, again, this isn't about the specific person, but this goes back to what I said before, right? In order for any organization, any country, any societal thing, right? You know how, like, when we talk about, oh man, sewage is backed up. The sewage system is broken in this city. There's potholes everywhere. There's all this stuff, right? You see infrastructure eroding. Shut up, Boston, Massachusetts. They had to shut down a whole goddamn train line, the Orange Line. Shut it down. They just shut it down because it was so broken. It was so broken. And that is from systemic failures in leadership all the way through. All the way through. And that's why we've been banging the drum on infrastructure for, I don't know, 6 months now. And like this goes from the top too. Like, this isn't just Top Shot. This is Dapper. Like, how are we here? How are we here? And then everyone will be like, everyone again applauding that apology, like that's what leadership looks like. You don't get this reminds me of when, and I think I don't know, my brain is so broken now. I don't know if I've said things on streams or if I said things to people before. So I don't know if I did this online or in real life. But what's never cool? And it's usually a man, but the man who had to ruin like 10 different relationships to get to the good one. Right? Well, yeah, I really learned from being a shithead over the last decade, and now I feel like I'm ready to be a good partner. At whose expense? At whose cost? And I don't even mean financially. I'm also talking like emotionally, like, I just think it's so I would just I can't get over this too. It, like, I put this on me. I don't particularly know why we did two rares back to back when we know our primary time is towards the beginning of the season. If you don't know, who knows? Does that mean you guys were operating off a roadmap? Does that mean you don't have a roadmap for this and we're just going willy-nilly? And if that's the case in Series 3, in what mindset and what right person right now would be like, you know what I'm ready for? Series 4. We're going to crush it. And that's all we've heard from people. That's all we've heard. And so, like, maybe they do. Maybe they come out with a Series 4 roadmap and they're like, yo, we capped it at 10,000 for commons. Rares, we're capping it at 299. Legendaries, 49. Nice. That's great. But how do we know? How do we know that all of a sudden Dana Barros is like, let's do some game recognized game. And then we get another drop? It's too bad. And so, like, that, to me, this is how the So Rare announcement impacts NBA Top Shot. It's not that another thing came out. There's always going to be other things. We're stupid if we thought Dapper and NBA Top Shot was the only thing that was ever going to happen, right? We knew there are others who were going to come on, and that's fine. So I love playing on DraftKings. I know plenty of people, and because DraftKings is superior because it's PPR. A lot of people are more FanDuel people. Other people just like betting on stuff, right? There's going to be different ways to scratch that itch for everybody, and I totally get that. But I think if we keep seeing the types of steps forward that we are seeing, or steps backwards, let's just say, if we continue to see those types of things, we're going to have opportunities, or we're going to see people take that opportunity to be like, you know what? I've been down this road. I'm out. I'm going to go try this somewhere else. And it's funny, I get on here a lot of times and I talk about Web3 in sports as someone who probably shouldn't. Like, I don't even know if I have good sports takes. I only know Web3 through this stuff. I only know it through this stuff. But the one thing I am qualified to talk about is leadership development. That's the thing I went to graduate school for. That's the one thing I'm qualified to talk about on this stream. And I've seen it time and time again from all of these other places. And you know what sucks? What sucks is, like, other people who probably shouldn't be held responsible are going to be held responsible for this, right? This would be like in the academia world, them rolling out all of these learning outcomes for all of their first year students to go through, right? Every first year student should leave their first year with this, and this. And instead of taking that out on the leadership when it doesn't work. It's like taking it out on the janitor. And I think that's the type of stuff we're about to see. I don't know. And guys, stop quote tweeting that, being like, "Hey, this apology is leadership." Reminds me of the Bill Burr thing. We just like roll out the podium and it's like, yeah, you know what? I really shouldn't have done the thing I did, but I've learned from my mistakes and here I am. And I'm not saying like don't apologize for stuff. I'm not saying that, but like that it can't be a one note thing. It can't be a one note thing. Leadership is it covers so many different areas, right? It covers so many different areas. And again, this isn't about the individual. This is more about like why I can't get over this. This line of just like I don't particularly know why we did 2 rares back to back. If you don't know, who knows? If you don't know, who knows? I don't know. Mike, we need to get a coffee. Yeah. Why, Bobby? What are you doing? What's going on? Oh, man. Anyways, and like again, I mean we've done this so many times. We've done this so many times that like I love this stuff, right? I love hanging out with you guys. I love NBA Top Shot. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I love talking about basketball and football with you guys. But it's something I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's what Kevin says. Where's that comment? Come on, Mike. You know that they take it out on the RDs. So that was the example I was going to use, but I know I'm always so residence life focused. I was like, let me get it out of here. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, and again, like this is not the victory lap I wanted to take. I wanted to take the victory lap on DeJounte Murray being good, which honestly that might end up being an L. DeJounte Murray is good at basketball. I'm concerned about his behavior with Paolo over the summer. I didn't like that. That wasn't a good vibe check. Anyways, I don't want to harp on a dead horse. I'm not trying to do this for like likes and content. This isn't, I know you guys look like a content creator. You're just trying to get people here. That's genuinely what I thought. And nothing bummed me out more than seeing other people firing out, like quote tweeting that being like, dude, we're in good hands. I don't know how you quote tweet something that said we literally don't know how we got here and say like, I feel good. Anyways, Tandy says Mike's about to edit this into 10 shorts. No, yeah, I mean everyone's lucky today. I can't do that today. I gotta go act in something that'll get 10 views later. Anyways, I know there's like a strong group of people right now who, and shout out Artemis, and I use Artemis as a joke, only, and we the people, you guys are both like deep in the NFL all day streets, and rightfully so. The NFL all day has been a blast. I've had a great time over there. I really have. But like as community members, take the lessons that we've seen so far. Take all of the, and like let's make sure we're watching this happen in real time. You know? Just because things are going up right now doesn't mean infrastructure is set up. I'm not saying it's not set up. I'm not saying the leadership and the infrastructure is not set up. I think they've been doing a really good job right now. But just because your account valuation is going up, just because packs are coming out and people are buying stuff and stuff's going up, that doesn't mean that is in place, because we've already seen that happen, right? And I'm sure the NFL All Day crew is going to burn hundreds of thousands of moments before the season starts. And I'm sure we're going to get a roadmap before the season starts. That's all I'm saying. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as stuff's going. And that doesn't mean tag people on Twitter. That doesn't mean be an asshole. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. Oh. Anyways, that's it. Breakfast here said they're already burning. No, I was joking. I was joking about that. Shuck said, Janie said they are revisiting some aspects of the game recognized game. Something is going to change, but nothing will fix the. Yeah. So right. And again, but isn't this nuts? Hold on. Let me share this one more time. Let me share where there was one more tweet that Shuckster is referring to. That basically was just like, I can't find it. I can't find it in a timely fashion. But there was one more tweet that basically said, "Yeah, you're right. We got to fix this." And like, cool, cool. If you fix it, and I'm happy you fix it. Kind of like how NFL All Day was like, "Oh yeah, this pack's too much. Here's $20." Great, but that is like that is that is filling the pothole with peanut butter. It'll work maybe for one car to go over, but why not just repave the fucking road? Whew, all right. Dustin is somewhere. Yeah, shout out Dustin. Look at us, 25 minutes in. I feel like we're vibing this morning. We're vibing. Time to pivot to Pogs. Is that a real euphemism about the peanut butter? No, I don't think so. That was just the closest thing I could think of. John Jackson says, Mike, can we get your early top fives over? Hey, listen, I shit you not. I reached out to So Rare this morning because I think I said this at the beginning. So Rare reached out to us about doing some baseball related stuff, but our boy G Dunn is making Disney happen. But now that they announced the basketball thing, I reached back out. You want to know why? Because they will pay you to get people in on there. So I'll happily circle the wagons. Jason Feldman, let's go. Love it. You got a cute ass dog. We love to see that. No, not jumping ship, jumping bags, baby. Give me that cash. Give me that cash. You guys want a mental health break, and then we can start, I don't know, finding something else to talk about. Maybe I'll Google So Rare. Let's I got two videos for you, and then we'll kick back into things. Who's ready to yell?
Well, the top.
But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. I do wonder what it will take at this point, because I also know we're an annoying user base. I do wonder what do we need to see to feel a little bit better? And listen, a lot of the times we're like, oh, we'll complain and then we'll still line up for pack drops. I haven't been lining up for Top Shot pack drops for a little bit, which is nuts. I've kind of just like packed the bags that I have. And then I was like, all right, we're going to wait and see. And I do think I've been saying this for a long time. Like when Series 4 comes out and they tell me what's going on, I'll get back in. I'll start dabbling. All I want to see is like the roadmap. And I will, and the actions of what we've seen from the game recognized game set is making me put pause on that a little bit more too. Because it's just hard to have that trust. The truckload of flow, man. I think leadership in Web3 means saying stuff you can't back up. That is like the one takeaway that I've seen from this, right? It's September. It's September. When are the truckloads of flow? Tommy Welch says simple 10K max max 2 moments per player tier in regular season can increase by 1 playoffs. End of roadmap. Yeah. I don't know, gang. I don't know. I do. I feel a little lost. I need to be found. When leaderboard snapshot. Yeah, and I saw something too. There were some percentages came out. I think it was from Nest Analytics. Maybe that's the next thing we can put up, right? Because today's September 7th. I think I'm on record saying the snapshot would happen on September 8th at 1:38 p.m. I only did that because people were tagging me and being like, when's the snapshot happening? And then I'm like, okay, here it is. I'll pull that up in a second. NFT news and drop alert says Larry Bird is coming. Yeah, Bird's coming, right? Are we getting a Bird anthology? And that's the thing. Then they're going to run out the Run It backpacks. It's going to be, I'm sure, like Larry Bird anthology, waving the towel around. I'll be holding this up just like this, being like Celtics and 4. And we're going to get some cool 86, 87 Run It back. And I feel like this type of stuff is just going to get rolled out without actually like addressing the issues. But because it's a new shiny thing, we just go to it, right? We go to the light. It's like as long like they don't have to address it as long as the next announcement comes out. Oh my goodness. All right, let me pull up the Nest Analytics. Shout out Nest Analytics, by the way. Nest Analytics. Where is it? He goes. Da, 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 da. All right, so leaderboard update. No, this isn't what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. Hold on. Sorry. Let me find it. Let me find it. God darn it. Okay, here we go. This tweet was August 31st. I think there's an updated one. No? All right. Anyways, as of August 31st, when did the 242 users in the top 750 of all 30 leaderboards join? The OGs, 17%. The Explosions, 69%. Nice. January, 39%. I'm sorry. There were 39, 62, 65. Then there was some from Series 2, 9. Wait, this is too confusing now. Because wouldn't the Explosion... It wasn't the Explosion in Series 2. All right, I'll forget it. I'm not going to look at this. But I do wonder, are people excited about the leaderboard stuff? I know we're supposed to have that information come out. I think we're going to have it come out soon, right? Is that moving the needle for anybody? Like, I've been seeing on Twitter a lot of people chasing. It seems like they're like, "Oh, I'm still close." I honestly haven't looked. I haven't looked since I've locked. I'm just kind of like, if I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not. But that's kind of where I'm at on it. But it's all just kind of noise. It's all kind of noise right now until we see some change. And listen, it is September 7th. We're still like a month and a little bit away. We're still like what? Actually, we're not even that far away. We're like 40 days away. We're 40 days away from the NBA season. I will say it does feel like we might get the run it back like as the season's about to start, and I do hope that's going to happen. I do hope that's going to happen, and I'm excited about that. Jonathan says, curious why the NBA didn't partner with DraftKings like the NFL did. I don't know. Maybe it's because that Donaghy doc just came out, and they were like, maybe we shouldn't lean into gambling. Maybe that. But they do have partnerships with DraftKings and FanDuel. They just didn't with the NFTs. So I don't know. Oh, man, I could feel I'm flustered this morning. But yeah, anyways, we are like 40 days away from the beginning of the season. And I will say, and I don't know, maybe after today's show, this idea gets rugged from me. But we are going to be doing, if you guys remember this last year, on opening night of the NBA season, we started a stream at noon Eastern, and did it all the way until lock. We did it all the way until the first game tipped off. We're doing it again this year, and it's also going to be simulcast onto the Top Shot's Twitch, and I think on the Top Shot platform. So if you log on to Top Shot, you're going to see my beautiful mug. And we're going to have a lot of different content creators, people from Top Shot from all over the world are going to be joining in, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So you might see Tandy, maybe some Jeb, some John Jackson, some TST, maybe some of the Top Shot Hot Boys, Cleganes, all the fun. So we're going to do something similar again, as long as Top Shot's still alive. And that's going to be fun. So that'll be a full day experience. We'll have tons of packs to give away, and we'll do some moment giveaways, all of that stuff. Snoopaloop says, can we still sign up for the team hold football thing with burning a moment? No, not with burning a moment, Snoopaloop. You can't burn moments. Also, we broke the burning news for NFL All Day last week, and we were asked to delete it, which I get it. The information came out too soon. I saw a lot of people tweeting about burning shit over the last few days, and no one. Well, how come those tweets are still up? Let Team Hold cook. Where is that going to be? It's going to be October 18th. It's going to be live on this channel. October 18th, the full day. Sean Grant, the pinball wizard, said, my question is based on how the moments get a Top Shot score based on value. Aren't the whales the only ones that will be in any top 750? One legendary moment would be worth more than 25K. Yeah, so I think, Sean, that's a good point that is the case, but there's also a lot of people who bought Series 2 moments that were going for like $30 because they were trying to build up collector score that are now worth $2, but they bought so many of those. I mean, yes, it essentially goes back to marketplace spend. Yes, it does. It does, especially. Yes, I don't know. God, can you feel? I feel like I'm dying live on stream right now. Can't wait until the backlash about the curated team debut moments. Yeah, and I wonder how many people are going to start screaming, "Let me unlock!" which I think is stupid. You locked it for a year. You knew what you were doing. So don't be that person. Don't be that person. Whew. I don't know. Anything else you guys want to talk about? What are you excited about? Let's do that. Let's do a pivot change. Let's get happy. Let's get happy. Let's talk about some exciting stuff. We get the football season starting tomorrow. We've got Bills Rams tomorrow night. We've got OTM Rumble, has over 5,000 people in it. 5,000 in the OTM Rumble. So that means like 5% of you are going to cash, which is kind of a bummer, but still exciting that many people are into it. Right? So we get that. I mean, do we get some NFL All Day announcements tomorrow? Yesterday, we got pinged at the end of the day saying, hey, guys, I know normally we get announcements on Tuesdays, but watch this, watch this. Honestly, that's the whitest thing. The whitest thing. That was closer. That was closer to Job from Arrested Development than it was to Usher. But yeah, we've got Bills Rams. That's going to be a very exciting game. Let me go ahead. Yeah, John Jackson's working on Rumble projections right now. Excited to partner up with him on Sundays for that sick ass show. Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, right on Team Hold. John and I are going to come together. Occasionally, we'll probably have some guests too. We're going to go ahead and look at some projections. We're going to look at ownership projections. We're going to build some lineups together, do some Q&A, have a lot of fun stuff. You can also check out John tomorrow during the second half of the football game on his playback. So go ahead, take a look at that. But yeah, I am excited to. I'm really excited for the NFL season. I'm excited to build some DraftKings lineups. Like I'm really excited. I'm excited to not give a shit about baseball anymore. And just dive into the football. There's a lot of really good games on Sunday too. So I'm excited for that. We are supposed to get, I made the joke about burning hundreds of thousands of moments on NFL All Day over the summer, and that didn't really happen. I don't care about that as much. We are supposed to get the roadmap before the season starts. So that should be today or tomorrow. It's for them to announce an announcement yesterday that we weren't going to get an announcement makes me feel like we are getting one this week. NFT News and Drop Alert said, are you still trying to do a Team Hold Rumble challenge for a little money? Yeah. So if you are, if you're in the Team Hold Discord, go ahead. I pinned the announcement both in the OTM Rumble and in and in the announcements. If you want to join that for $10, you can either shoot me $10 or you can shoot me a $10 moment to enter. And then we're going to all that money or moments are going to go into the prize pool, and we'll figure a way to, and we'll give out the winners for like 1st to 5th or whatever. So go ahead and get in there. I think that's going to be a lot of fun because again, yeah, Big Ticket says we have over 5,400 and I still haven't entered yet. So we have a lot of people in there. So make sure you do that. I'm also going to fire up a giveaway. We haven't done that in a while. Is it too late now to say sorry? Go ahead. In order to qualify for a little Top Shotty giveaway, you have to like the stream. You have to subscribe to Team Hold, and then you have to put #sorry in there. JK said they tested out some burning late last night. Awesome. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. But yeah, like the stream, subscribe, put #sorry in there. We'll give away a moment in like 10 minutes or so. We'll have some fun with that. Give away those Top Shot moments. Whew. It's funny. I had other stuff to do today too that I was excited to talk about. Well, you know what? We'll pull up OTM's site. We'll look at the all-day market, see how that's moving around. Because it still seems like stuff is trending in a positive direction, which is kind of fun. We do like that. Ooh, Jordan's here. I'll rewatch after this puppy ends. Good luck. Good luck, Jordan. Yeah, I drafted. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do that? You guys want to see my underdog exposure? We can do that for a little bit too while we look at the market. I got to sign back in because I was signed in with Overzet. Yeah, if you guys, I don't know if you tuned into the randomizer last night on Peter Overzet's stream, but I hosted that with him. Regulator, good question. Thank you for bringing this up. So let me address the content for the rest of the week. Tonight we have Shot Tank at 9:30 Eastern time. Shot Tank's back. I believe it's on Top Shot Talks channel, and we'll have more of this garbage to talk about, I'm sure. Tomorrow, I'm going to switch up the schedule a little bit. Tomorrow, I'm going to do some 2 a day. So we'll do NBA in the morning. I think we're going to talk about the Western Conference tomorrow, like I did with the Eastern Conference yesterday. And then in the afternoon, at noon, we'll do an NFL all day show. And then Friday, we'll have the morning show for hoops. We'll have an NFL show in the middle of the day. And then we'll do the happy hour. We'll talk some F1. We'll have a lot of fun with it. It's going to be good stuff. If I want to donate a moment, do I send it to Zakarian or Team Hold? Send it to Zakarian for now, Ransom Reed. But yeah, let's take a look at why is this? I'm gonna go back to dark mode, baby. All right, let's go over to OTM for a second and just kind of peruse. Let's peruse, see what's happening over here. So we're looking at NFL All Day. Also, Shutter on the Moment, official sponsor for the Team Hold Morning Show. All right, let's see what's moving right now. So we see, again, when you look at the legendary moments like this, Chargers melt. All it takes is one buy to get moving. But I've been seeing a lot of defensive moments, some historical moments bumping up a little bit. I think people are still anticipating the challenge. I saw All Day Alex be like pretty frustrated. Good. Thank you, John. Be pretty frustrated that they haven't announced a defensive challenge yet. I don't know. This is my thing. I get that. You're like, we need to provide utility. But again, if you set the expectations that this is what they're going to do, and then they don't meet your expectations, you need to reevaluate how you set expectations. That's not on them for not meeting the expectations that you set. They didn't say that. If they said they were going to do that and then they didn't do it, like, I don't know, drop a roadmap before the season starts, then yeah, sure. All right, yeah, let's look at Bills and Rares moments, see if those are moving. So let's look at teams. All right, Bills. Buffalo sold. All right, no. Bills and who is it? Rams? The Rams of Los Angeles. And then let's look at the Tia Rhea. And then let's look at 24 hour. Okay, so Thurman Thomas is moving. Is that what you meant, Johnny? Thurman Thomas is up 12.5% in the last 24 hours. But then you get Van Jefferson. Van, I think a lot of people made some spec buys on him because he was day to day, and it sounded like, ooh, maybe he's going to play. Maybe he is going to play. It sounds like he's still day to day, but yeah, Van Jefferson, someone who doesn't have a lot of moments on the site. And if that, that rare hits, if he catches because Van Jefferson's a big deep ball guy, right? If he catches like 3 for 90 and 2, that moment is going to mamoon. You see Stafford's moving a little bit. That's up 5%. Von Miller is up 5%. That doesn't really move the needle. But Diggs, I'm actually surprised about this. Diggs is only up 1%. I thought we would see that. Let's actually add commons into this too, Johnny, because I'm curious if people are spec buying for that too, right? Like, because Diggs should be moving. I would think Diggs and Gabe Davis should absolutely be moving. Thank you, Ransom Reed, for sending them home. All right, here we go. Kendall Blunt. All right, so Ramsey, Thurman Thomas again. Wow, good thing Thurman Thomas has 2 moments. I've been saying this since day one. Not only do we need 1 historical moment of Thurman Thomas, give me 2. All right, let's go back into it. Diggs all day debut is up. All right, that's good. Let's keep moving. Aaron Donald up 11%. So again, the defensive players are moving. I think people speculating opening night challenge. What else? Matty Stafford. Who else? Okay, here we go. So Josh Allen's up 3%. That's over 116 now. Diggs is up 3%. Diggs has 2 moments that are up. See, and that's about it. So not as much movement as I thought. I like Gabe Davis to me, guys. What are you doing? Go get Gabe Davis. Nope, not Corey. We do not need to get Corey Davis. Let me fix that real quick. Let's look at Gabriel. He's got 1 moment's $20. Give me that Gabe. All day players are artificially high right now. Yeah, I think that is true too. When Lil Jordan hump, we do need some Lil Jordan humping. All right, let's look at, I don't know, anything else you guys want to look at with All Day? I think I do. I'm excited about All Day. I am excited all day. I'm excited all day is what I said. I do. I think it's going to be good. Also, when you started making the East predictions, I called you'd put the Heat 7. The disrespect is predictable at this point. Dude, listen, I'm not wrong about that Heat take. Actually, I probably am wrong. I'm curious. I want to see how many people are pissed. The judge, shout out Super Draft this Friday. We got the Boston, Milwaukee, OKC, Portland, Minnesota, Utah slate. That'll be fun again. Hoping that fills up. Again, if you're not into the Sims, I get it, but having to be able to use your moments in a fantasy friendly format that doesn't involve ETH, being able to use your moments to create DFS lineups is something that I'm very excited about, and I'm hoping we do it. Hoping we do it. All right, let me go. I'm gonna look at I drafted officially my last NFL all day. I mean NFL all day. My underdog lineup. I'm officially all done with these. All right, so these are my bags. I've got a lot of Trey Lance here. We got a lot of Kyler Murray here. We got a lot of running quarterbacks. Trey, 26%. Kyler, 13. Jalen, 13. Lamar, 13. Herbert, 13. And then we get to the Derek Carr, Dak, Burrow, Jones. Gets a little ugly. But these are my bags. Over to the running back side of thing. My bags are way too packed on Rachaad White. Also, Brian Robinson looked awesome until you know what happened. Darrell Williams, this is the biggest L I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, I should tweet out an apology for all of these Darrell Williams, being like, I'm going to learn from my mistakes. This is on me. This is on no one else. I don't know how we got here. Honestly, this is what, oh my God. I'm thinking of that Tim Robinson hot dog meme right now. Anyways, here we go. Let's keep moving. Ramondre, very excited. This is my homer pick right here. 21% Ramondre. We got Cook, Singletary, Al-Hajjia. Over on the wide receiver side of things, Waddle and Pierce, Devonta, CD, Lamb, Ayuk. My wide receivers are heavy. I will say a lot of my picks were in like the 1.6 to 1.7 range. So yeah, Ramondre, baby, all in on Ramondre. But a lot of them were like 1.6 to 1.9. Damn, look fine. But that's kind of why my wide receivers are as heavy as they are, and my running backs are as gross as they are. And then on the tight end side of things, we get some Waller, some Kittle, some Pitts. I drafted Pitts heavy here at the end to get that percentage up because I was a little bit nervous that I wasn't going to get my Pitts exposure. That's not a hot take, but I'm very excited for Kyle Pitts. Very excited for Kyle Pitts. I don't know why my hands did that, and I immediately was like, I took some documents I wasn't supposed to. We're off the rails. Can you believe we're only 46 minutes in? Tommy says, if Gabe has another big performance like he left off with, and with the Rumble lineups on Thursday, no rarest common moment is going to pump hard. I agree. I think that Gabe Davis is a sharp call. Maybe the argument could be that Gabe Davis is already pumped up. Like, people have already purchased thinking that they might jump on Thursday. But I can't tell how many people are aware that we're going to see that kind of market movement because of Thursdays, right? We've talked about this before. We're Own the Moments, the Owners Club, right? The TOC NFT fantasy game that they fired out last year, which they just made an announcement about that's coming again soon. But they did the same thing, right? Where lineups locked on Sunday. So every Thursday night game, a lot of these moments would really move. And so I'm curious if that's going to, if that will react in the same way, right? Like, if someone scores 3 touchdowns on Thursday night, you're probably going to need them to be in the optimal winning lineup on Sunday. So if that's the case, are people really going to fire out and try to get that moment, especially if they only have one moment, especially if it's only a rare? So I don't know. I don't know how, like, I can't tell how much is priced in already. And like, maybe Gabe Davis has, maybe he only goes like 8 for 60, doesn't get paid or doesn't score a touchdown. Does that mean that Gabe Davis comes down? I don't know. Fernandez says Gabe is the dude who caught 4 TDs in a game last year, right? Yeah. Big Ticket says only 37% used the Houston defense after they scored on Thursday. Not everyone knows yet. Yeah, that's true. I also think that, I think you're right. I also think it was a preseason and not everyone gave a shit, and they were just kind of like, oh, let's try Rumble. Artemis says the challenges all day has planned might be more entertaining and profitable than Rumble. It'll absolutely be more profitable than Rumble. 6% of the field is going to just cash, where most of the money is in like 1 through 5, right? So you need to come in first out of 5,400. Like, that's going to be really hard. And there's going to be so many times where everybody is split. Like, there's going to be a lot of dupes, a lot of similar lineups. And this is why, not to pump my own bags and John's bags, this is why you should be tuning in to the show on Sunday. Because, right, like, if you make a great lineup and it's tied with 15 other people, you win $100, right? So you need to build a lineup that has the highest upside, that it can take first place, but also is unique enough. Like, if you're running out Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, and Austin Eckler, so is 3,500 other people. That's all I'm saying. And NFT, that's why I'm buying all number 1 cereals. Oh no, not the cereals versus stacking argument again. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Regulator said Rumble profit will be on selling moments, not holding. Yeah, as long as you hit every single Thursday one. Don't like your 5% chance of finishing in the money. I know I'm going to finish in the money, but I'm saying I'm building lineups to win all of the money, not get $10 back. You know what I'm saying? To get $10 back. That's all I'm saying. It's the same way we did moment ranks now, the collective. Same way, right? Like I didn't want to get I mean, it's cool getting a free $5, but I'm playing for that 200. 200. All right, let me share screen again. Let's remind the people, like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold. You got to put hashtag sorry into the chat. I want to see if we got any new subs today. Did we get any new subs? We got one. We got one. I can't, let me actually drop a link to the Discord too. Can't thank you guys enough for being here every day. I really, I enjoy doing this, even though today was a little chaotic this morning. I really do have fun with this, and this would really suck if you guys weren't here. So I appreciate you guys being here and goofing with us, or whether it's group therapy, group celebrations, whatever you want to call it. I think it's dope that you guys show up every day. So I appreciate that. Again, a reminder, 9:30 Eastern will be on Top Shot Talk Show. Shot Tank will be me, Jebbers, John Boy Beats, and TST, the Fearsome Foursome, where I'm sure we'll talk a lot about some of the stuff we did. It's at 9:30 Eastern regulator. So that'll be tonight. And then tomorrow we'll have, we got 6 shows coming at you in the next 2.5 days. We got a morning show yet tomorrow morning, an NFL show in the afternoon. On Friday, morning show in the morning. Morning show in the morning. NBA show in the morning, NFL show in the afternoon, happy hour, 3 o'clock. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Thoughts on Hard Knocks, says Hickey. I still need to watch the most recent episode. I'm enjoying it, though. I'm enjoying it. Not as much. You know what's weird? I feel like we're not getting a lot of Jared Goff. But I don't know. Oh, man. But yeah, thanks for being here this morning. It was funny. I really did. I've been trying to I prep for these shows. I don't want you to think that I'm doing it willy-nilly, but I've been trying to write some stuff out beforehand. And that was the plan this morning. We did not do that because of our So Rare announcement. Papa's Pop Shop says my birthday's tomorrow too. 39 years young. Let's go. Yeah, Big Ticket. You know what? Let's play the drop. Big Ticket is going to be on the show Friday at noon. We're going to get another Big Ticket sighting. And you know what? The Skeet's favorite. Let's do it. That is true. I'm going to share one more video because I want to shout out Rock and Roll and Veronica. They make all of these bangers. Veronica puts together a lot of like the visual stuff, while Rock and Roll makes all of these songs. And they made Watch Her Work, which again, Tuesday nights at 9:30, covering all things WNBA, their own intro. And the intro is great. The intro is really good. So I'm just going to share it because I know not everybody tunes in to Watch Her Work. So this is a banger. What a banger. What a banger. So shout out Rock and Roll for making that happen, and for Veronica. Love that stuff. I think that's one of the things that makes Team Hold fun is we get weird-ass videos that's inside jokes for the 158 of you watching right now. Good times. Good times. Is that Kelsey, your wife? That is, Joseph. That is my wife. Yes, it is. The best. The best. All right, let's fire up these giveaways. So let me just see what we're actually giving away, because Ransom Reed sent over something. Someone didn't claim a gift yesterday, so we might be re-spinning that wheel. So we're gonna have a couple of giveaways, I think, for you coming at you today. All right, let's see what we're looking at. I know I'm not sharing screen for that. I need to do this on my end. We got a Kevon Looney playoff moment. Thank you. We're going to spin for the Jaylen Brown fandom, and then we're also going to do a Marcus Smart. So we got 3 giveaways. We're going to come at you right now. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Make sure you DM either at Mike Zakarian or on Twitter or in our Discord, preferably on the Discord. It's much easier on the Discord. So, Doc Delta. God, it's just good to see Doc Delta. Feel like we haven't done it. Wish there was a Dana Barros. Dude, man, Dana Barros was my guy. Damon Barros, Sherman Douglas, any short point guard for the Celtics, I took those weird jumpers being like, that's my guy. Doc Delta, congrats on the W. That was for the Jaylen Brown fandom. Shoot me a DM. This one is going to be for Kevon Looney right now. Kevon Looney. Here we go, Kevon Looney. Thank you, Ransom Reed, for sending this. Rowdy Rod, congratulations. There's Doc Delta right there. All right, and last but not least, my boy, Marcus, wicked, fucking smart, 40K kid. Are you kidding me? Defensive player of the goddamn year, Marcus Smart. Chucky, I want my sandwich. All right, here we go. Who's going to take home the Marcus Smart? It's going to Wild Pants. Oh, my God. Wild Pants. We love to see it. Congrats, everybody. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you tonight at 9:30. Everyone, hug your family. Tell people you love them. None of this that we talked about is that serious this morning. So let's keep that perspective in mind. But also, I'm really sorry for the mistakes that I made today. I vow to be better. This falls on no one but me. We out.
Well, the top shot streets are a dangerous place, so we